gentlemen, we have back on the Sports Report somebody we were incredibly honored to speak with not too long ago. She was getting ready to fight for the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight Championship of the World on February the 20th. And we're talking about none other than Carly The Thumper Skelly. And we were hoping she would have put a thumping on Amy Tillman, especially after that controversial draw in October of last year. And back on the Sports Report, the #1 global sports show here on Sportanarium. Without further ado, to talk about what happened here is Carly Skelly. My friend, very sorry to hear what happened, and how are you?
Yeah, gutted, to be fair. To get told 10 days before the fight, all the hard work's gone in, all the dieting and everything's there. I'm just all ready to go. So to get the phone call 10 days before to say that Amy had pulled out was just gutting, to be fair. So obviously she's apparently been suffering with a hernia and she's had to pull out. But, 10 days before, I'm guessing this is something that she's maybe known about. And, it's just a bit of a mad one.
Carly, you've been fighting now a while. I mean, how rare is this just a few days out for the rematch, the very heavily anticipated rematch between you and Amy Tillman? We literally had you on days ago. And now, less than 2 weeks before the fight, we get the word here that the fight is off. I mean, how rare is that?
So obviously boxing can be quite unpredictable. People can, pick up injuries during training camps and things, and it can be very unpredictable up and down and stuff. This close to what it was for is just obviously really rubbish. But, it's boxing, it happens. I won't be the first person it's happened to, I won't be the last. So I just need to try and stay positive and stay focused and hope that we get the rematch soon. Like, obviously for me, this is a rematch I've been so excited for. I felt like I was robbed the first time of a Commonwealth title belt that I thought should have been coming back to Liverpool with me 31st of October last year. It didn't. I was getting the opportunity to go and reclaim my belt. So for this to happen, it's kind of like, a double smack in the face. It's just been frustrating as anything. It's the only way I can say it.
Carly, what are your sponsors and what are your supporters telling you in order to keep your chin up here?
You know what? They've all been amazing. They've all still been so supportive and stuff. Get it? They know this is like part of boxing and it happens. So they've all been in touch and said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about us. Just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Your time will come. And I'm more than confident my time will come. It's just getting over a bit of a speed bump. You come across these speed bumps in the road, especially in boxing. So, I'll stay ready. I'll stay focused and just wait for the phone call.
Carly, how do you now go forward? How do you now keep yourself ready for whenever the next fight is and whenever that time does come where you will fight Amy Tillman again? I mean, how do you keep yourself prepared for the next step?
For me, obviously, I'll be still in the gym. So I've been back in the gym today. We've still got sparring arranged for the weekends, which we're going to go through with. Because obviously in boxing, you can get that phone call at any time. So I will stay ready. But obviously the hard part for me is being a mum. So I've been quite focused on my training, being a little bit self-obsessed in myself. And it's been hard to get that family time. So the always exciting part of a training camp is that you have your fight. And after it, you get that little bit of time where you do get to chill and just spend the time with the kids and the family. And obviously now I can't completely switch off and give them my full time in case something comes up again. So I've got to stay focused, stay ready. So that's the hard part. That's the frustrating bit, is that I was looking forward to that well-earned family time with the kids. And for now, I'm going to have to still be, be the mum, be there, but still stay in that zone, as that if a phone call comes, I'm still fit, I'm still ready, I'm still on weight and all that side of it. But yeah.
What do you want to say to Amy Tillman?
Obviously, this is something that she's struggling with. I hope she gets better soon and comes back. If it's what I personally feel is that a lot of self-doubt there, and be honest and say that this is a fight that you don't want, and let me go and let me fight somebody else for this title. Obviously I've took time out of work. I'm a nurse, so I've not been doing as many shifts. I'm just focusing on the boxing. Obviously I'm not getting paid. I am missing that family time. Let me know when we're coming back. Let me know when this rematch is happening. Do we want this rematch? I want it 100%. I don't know whether that's a mutual feeling. I don't know whether that's a mutual thing, whether it's there that doesn't want it, a team is protecting it. I don't know. But, you know, I'm a mum and I'm trying to work and I'm trying to keep everything going. So I just want an honest answer. Because if not, you know, there's other people out there I could be fighting. I could be fighting other people. I just want to be out there. I'm a fighter and that's all I want to do. It doesn't matter who it is to me, whoever's in front of me.
Carly, I think I know what the Commonwealth should do is that they should award you this championship because clearly this is as last minute you're going to get in a fight. And everybody had been hyping up this fight here, including us and Women's Fight News. I want to give a huge shout out to Susie and Sasha there and all the great things that they do. And I know so many other people you've been talking to promote this fight. And we all know that you won on October the 31st. And in our book here, you are the real Commonwealth Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Carly The Thumper Skelly. In our book, she is the champion. I am the host of the Sports Report, the Reverend Tom Brice, and we have a few more minutes with Carly Thumper Skelly. And she was to be getting ready for her big fight next Saturday against Amy Tillman on Sky Sports. But in our book, she won that fight because Amy Tillman, you should have been fighting. You should have did the right thing. But clearly something happened there. We're going to definitely continue our best to help Carly Skelly get the word out and get her a fight. And a huge shout out to the entire team here at Sportanarium, including Lakey, Arv, Danny, Dale, Sean, Steve, Dave, Susie, Sasha, everybody at Sportanarium that has made us the #1 global sports show. And of course, you can catch the Sports Report Fridays, Saturdays, 5 to 7 Eastern Time, 10 to 12 UK time on Sportanarium.com. And you can also follow the Sportanarium on Twitter and Instagram at Sportanarium. And most importantly, subscribe to the Sportanarium page on YouTube at Sportanarium, where Sportanarium has nearly 50,000 subscribers. And you can also catch our interview with Carly Thumper Skelly on the Sportanarium YouTube page. You can also like Sportanarium on Facebook at Sportanarium Media. And we have a few more minutes with Carly Skelly, who was to be getting ready for her big fight next Saturday against Amy Tillman in the rematch for the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight title, which we know Carly won that fight. Carly won this fight. In our book here on the Sports Report, Carly is the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight title holder. And Carly, I want to ask you this question, and I know he's going to be listening. And for our worldwide audience here, not only on Sportanarium, but across the world that was anticipating this fight, what do you want to say to Eddie Hearn?
Eddie, get me on another show, put me on with anyone. I will fight anyone out there. You know, I can do a few different weights. I'm a natural super fly. I've stepped up 2 weights to super bantamweight for this. I'll fight at super bantam, I'll fight at bantam, I'll fight at super fly. There's enough girls in England, in Britain. So the fights are there. So let's keep them going. Let's keep the women out there. It's, you know, he's done amazing, absolutely amazing for women's boxing. I want this more than anything. Get me out there because everybody wants to see me fight. That's what they're going to see as well. They're going to get an explosive performance. So yeah, put me on your show, Eddie. Come on.
Eddie Hearn, you know what you need to do. You need to put Carly Skelly on this card next week. You need to find an opponent for Carly Skelly because she is going to put a thumping out there on whoever she gets in the ring with. And for Sky Sports and everybody that was anticipating this fight, do the right thing. You know what you need to do, Eddie Hearn. You have been an advocate and a champion for women's boxing. So you know what you need to do. Carly Skelly is undefeated for a reason. We saw what happened October 31st. We saw what Carly Skelly can do in the ring. It's time to do the right thing and make things right. Either give Carly Skelly the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight title or put her in the ring with somebody else February the 20th because you know what you need to do. The world knows what you need to do. So make it happen. Get this done so we can see Carly Skelly in the ring. Put a thumping on whoever she faces in the ring. And Carly, before we get your closing thoughts here, and obviously, I wish I would have had you here talking about that first round knockout you were going to have against Amy Tillman next Saturday and bringing home that Commonwealth Super Bantamweight title. But on this show, we are going to recognize you as the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight champion. But before we get your closing thoughts here, what do you want to say to all of your supporters, all your fans who are listening to this right now?
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's always, took the time to tune in, to watch me, to, all the lovely comments that I've had off everyone. It's amazing. There's so much more to come from me. So keep tuning in, keep pushing to see me fight, because that's what you'll always get. You'll get a great fight. And I want to say a big thank you to my team, my coach. You know, he's there. He's always there pushing for me, always believing in me. My family, just for being amazing and putting up with me, because I'm not easy at all during training camps. And a big thank you to all my sponsors. So if I can just give them all a shout out, I've got SLJ Civils Limited, I've got Williamson's Family Butchers, I've got Parnell Sports Bar, I've got My Body Therapy, I've got Dirty South, I've got Auto Care Repair, I've got Inaguro, Cryo Clinic, Liverpool Canine Fertility, Universal Staffing Solutions, Sport Involved, Power Preps by Cassie, and Kinlan Brickwork Specialists. Yeah, big thank you to all of yous. Absolutely made up with all the support.
A rising tide lifts all boats, and Carly Skelly is that rising tide that is going to lift us. And let your hearts not be troubled. Carly Skelly will be out there. She will put a thumping on whoever she gets in the ring with. In one way or another, she will not only be a Commonwealth Super Bantamweight champion, she will be a champion of many other organizations, many other titles she will hold in the future. So one way or another, it'll happen. Eddie Hearn, you were listening. You know what you need to do, my friend. Carly Skelly is ready to fight. She will put a thumping on whoever she gets in the ring with. So you know what you need to do, and everybody is waiting for you to make that happen. So find somebody between now and next Saturday. For you, my friend Carly, I want to give you the floor. I want to give you any other closing thoughts. I also, most importantly, want you to plug all of your social media so we can keep up to date with you and give you that support that you deserve, because you've been robbed, my friend. You have been robbed from that championship that you deserve. So for our worldwide audience here listening on Sportanarium, anything else you want to share to our listeners, anything else you want to share to your fans, also plug all of your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anything else, so we can keep up to date and give you that support that you deserve. My friend, the floor is yours.
Keep pushing, just keep asking everybody that's behind me, get behind me on Twitter, on Instagram, and push Eddie Hearn, anyone, even over in America, everywhere. I want to fight anyone, anywhere. There's no one I won't fight. So I just need people to get behind me and push for me now, and let's get these fights made.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, we're going to continue to say it over and over and over and over. Carly Skelly needs to have a fight. She needs that Commonwealth title. She earned it. She deserved it. Everybody needs to follow her on Twitter at Skelly Carly. That's at Skelly Carly. Also follow her on Instagram and continue to keep up to date with all the great things that Carly Skelly is doing. Because again, on this show, we are going to recognize her as the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight Champion of the World. And that's Carly Thumper Skelly on Instagram at Carly_Thumper_Skelly_. That's Carly_Thumper_Skelly. Everybody give her a follow on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Eddie Hearn, we know you're listening. Do the right thing. Carly, I can't thank you enough. I'm so sorry again what has happened to you. But if it's any consolation, on this show, on the Sports Report, here on Sportanarium, we are recognizing you as the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight Champion. So on this show, we're congratulating you, my friend.
Thank you, Tom. It's always a pleasure. You've cheered me up.
Well, that's what we do here on the Sports Report. We always make sure that a rising tide lifts all boats, and we are going to make sure that Carly Skelly is that rising tide, and we are going to lift her boats, so we know what we need to do, and everybody knows what they need to do and support Carly Skelly as we are here on the Sports Report, the #1 global sports show with our Commonwealth Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Carly Thumper Skelly. As I am the host of the Sports Report, the Reverend Tom Brice. And for more information on Sportanarium, you can go to www.sportanarium.com. And for more information on the Sports Report, you can go to soundcloud.com/the Sports Report 2019 and also sportsreportx.com. As we're here on the Sports Report, the #1 global sports show with Carly Thumper Skelly, the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight Champion of the world.